Hi everyone, and welcome back to the podcast where I share with you things that shape me as a person and where I connect them to broader scientific and historical events. And today we're diving into the world of electronic music. So first, let me take you back a little bit because my love for this genre started with something rather unexpected, namely wires. As a kid, I was always fascinated watching my granddad fixing things around the house. It was something very magical how he could just connect wires of different colors and suddenly the light turned on or the fridge started humming. It felt like magic. Fast forward to my teenage years, I got really deep into the technical side of things. I pursued a physics degree, and obviously, to match the whole vibe of me being a physicist, I got really into electronic music. And today I'm gonna share with you a brief history of how this nerdy music genre have been developing over the years. So you may ask, how do we even define electronic music? After all, most genres nowadays use electronics in one way or another, whether it's for recording or different effects. But what sets electronic music apart is how deeply the composer interacts with technology itself. You basically have to think about electronics as a main medium that will transform your idea into the sound. It's like composing for an orchestra, except here your instruments are circuits, synthesizers, and software. Now, the roots of this genre take us all the way back to the turn of the 19th and 20th centuries. That's when inventors and musicians alike started experimenting with early electronic devices, because as you may know, this is the age when rapid technological advancements started taking place. Musicians were creating these avant-garde, pushing the boundaries sounds that were also very popular in films to create this futuristic and otherworldly atmosphere. In the 80s and 90s, things started shifting really quick. This is when electronic dance music became one of the dominant forces in the culture. Think about genres like disco, house, and techno. All of these were born in this particular era. And during this time, rave scene started also growing in popularity, initially being held in different underground locations and with years getting more and more popular. In the 90s and early 2000s, the rise of home computers made electronic music incredibly accessible. Suddenly, anyone with a computer and a bit of creativity could produce tracks from their bedroom. It was a true revolution. We saw genres like trance, drum and bass, and ambience, and artists like Prodigy, Daft Punk, and Aphex Twin became household names, transforming electronic music from a niche to a global movement. Then, in 2010s, electronic music went fully mainstream. You may remember artists like David Guetta or Calvin Harris, whose hits that blended electronic with pop, rock, and sometimes hip hop were basically everywhere. Nowadays, electronic music is incredibly diverse, from the catchy electropop hits on the radios to the very same underground raves. And here is something very important. It has never been just about the music. Electronic music scene has always had political undertones, whether that's in the form of community organizing around nightclub culture or the way marginalized groups have used it for resistance. And seeing how some politicians today are afraid of the power that music holds tells you a lot how much it resonates with people. And that's exactly what we'll delve into in the next episode. We'll talk about how marginalized groups have used electronic music throughout the history as a tool for empowerment. So be sure to follow my YouTube channel and don't miss it.